Dylann Roof has been found guilty in this massacre that happened last year in Charleston, South Carolina, in the racially motivated slayings of 9 black church members in South Carolina. Guilty of all crimes in the shooting massacre. Again, this is just coming in. The verdict has just been read inside the courtroom, and the details we'll get from our own Jonathan Seri, who's been there for all of this over the last few minutes. Frankly, there was very little question about whether Dylann Roof would be found guilty or not guilty. The defense offered in fact, nothing to say that he did not do this. After all, according to testimony, he left a victim behind to be able, without killing her, so that she could tell the story. In fact, during questioning from authorities, he said he didn't know how many people he had killed. He knew that he just kept shooting. And when one of the cops told him, well, there are 9 people dead inside that church, he goes, it couldn't be. There weren't even that many in there. And police informed him, no, 9 were dead. He chuckled occasionally during the interview with the authorities. It was a sickening thing to hear. His motivations are hardly worth expressing here. They're without merit. But the truth is, he slaughtered people, African-American men and women, in a very historical church in South Carolina. He hoped to create a race war, he said at the time, but instead, it brought that community together by all accounts. The governor stepped forward, many local leaders stepped forward, the president came. That was the day in which the President of the United States sang Amazing Grace, and people stood in unity at a rare moment of unity in our recent history. His work, Dylann Roof's horrendous massacre in Charleston, South Carolina, brought unity, at least for the moment. And these are the victims of Dylann Roof, all of them at a Bible study in the evening at a church. Just an unthinkable series of crimes.